what's up, everybody? Send some love and positive vibes your way, especially if you need them today. Today, we are drinking the new Monster Ultra Punk Punch, zero sugar, just fruit punch. So this is how my day has gone. I woke up, got my kids on the bus. I went and got some blood drawn for my surgery that I am having next week, and decided I was going to do an Earn by Time video. And the first offer I got was 5 miles. All right, cool. No tip. I said, you know what? I remember why I don't do Earn by Time so much anymore. Tired of the long deliveries and no tips. So I decided I was going to do every order that was $1 per mile on all the apps I have access to. Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and GrubHub. And so I sat and I waited and I waited and I waited for about 25 minutes. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go home and wait for $1 a mile offer. This is crazy. DoorDash had sent me nothing. GrubHub had sent me nothing. And the 2 or 3 orders Uber had sent me were less than $1 a mile. Literally, as soon as I moved my car, get hit with an offer from Uber and DoorDash and GrubHub all at the same time, basically. But Uber was first, so we accepted Uber's offer for $10 for 8.8 miles from Viviano's. The other offers were DoorDash had sent me a Schnucks offer for 1 item, $9 for 4 miles. Would have rather have accepted that, but we had already accepted the Uber. And then the GrubHub order was less than $1 a mile, so we wouldn't have accepted that one. Anyways, so let's see how this shift goes. Hopefully things pick up. If it's 30 minutes in between orders, we're going to have a really rough time. Let's go pick up some Viviano's. Remember how I said at the top of the video that if it was 20 to 30 minutes in between orders, we were going to have a rough time? Well, unfortunately, that's been the case. It's been slow as insert bad word here. It's been really bad. And it's not like we're even asking for, crazy terms. Literally $1 a mile and I'll accept it. But the problem is that we're not even really being sent offers that are bad. Like, we're just not being sent offers. I'm used to on Uber just decline. Nothing. And we have Uber, GrubHub, and DoorDash up. Sometimes when you're doing this long enough, sometimes you just know when you're not going to make any money that day. That's today. So we're going to go do this last order that I did finally get, like an hour since the last order that we accepted. At least it's $2 a mile. And then what I'm going to do is, since obviously this is not long enough to make a video, we're going to try this again tomorrow. Sometimes you just need to know when to go home and do other things, right? Because your time is valuable. So let's go pick this up and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, it's tomorrow. It's the next day, and we're only going to be working a couple hours. I have plans tonight at 6 o'clock, so we will only be working just the very, very beginning of the dinner rush, the end of the lunch rush, and the slow periods in between. Hopefully, it's better than it was yesterday, and we are starting off this part of the video with Qdoba from Uber Eats, $8 for 5 miles. DoorDash and GrubHub remain silent. We have our third Uber offer in a row. This one's $10 for 4 miles. I'm glad I held out because there was one on the trip radar that was $6 for 5.5 miles, and I honestly considered taking it considering how slow it was yesterday. But trip radars are up to my discretion, so I held out. And thankfully, the next exclusive offer that was $1 a mile that was sent to us was actually $2 a mile. So, if Uber keeps sending them, this will be the 3rd out of 5 deliveries. So, if we do two more deliveries in like the next hour, a little over an hour, we'll get some Quest pay, so that'd be nice. So Uber, keep them coming. The Uber trend continues, this time from a trip radar, $9 for like less than 3 miles. Yeah, I'll take that. Kind of shocked to see that on the trip radar, but man, at this rate, I might as well be called Uber Eats with Cam. DoorDash, where you at? I mean, at this point though, also, don't send me anything, because we're 1 trip away from getting that extra $4. And I'd like to get an extra $4. I would really hate to do 4 of the 5 trips, and you know what I mean? So let's go pick this up and hope we get another Uber offer before we get a DoorDash offer. It's been like 30 minutes since we got an order that was $1 a mile, and of course it's DoorDash, not Uber. Thankfully, it is a very short mileage offer, so we'll be able to bang this out and hopefully still get that last order to meet the Uber Eats Quest. This is a shopping order, 1 item, 2 units from Walgreens, $4.75 for 3.2 miles. Let's go shopping. So the app says Pure Life Baby with fluoride, but the only one they have is no added fluoride and the barcode scan, so I'm picking up 2 of them. If it's the wrong one, I guess they can take it up with DoorDash, so I'm taking 2 of these. You know, that's really kind of annoying that the last hour, Uber did not send us a single $1 per mile offer, and we were one offer away from completing that quest to get an extra $4. Now, I'm not going to cry too much about losing out on an extra $4, but that is pretty frustrating, you know? Like, again, not asking for crazy terms here, just $1 a mile. And it's just those Walmart offers you guys see on my worst offer the other day, where it's like $30 for 60 miles and 25 packages. That was like all we were getting. We did get one that was like $6.50 for 8 miles, and I thought about it. I was like, look, extra $4, that makes it. Hold on, GrubHub has entered the chat. Anyways, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by GrubHub. I decided that it's still like that's the point of the whole Uber Eats Quest, right? They want you to take the terrible orders because they want your mindset to be like, well, if I just do this last order that's less than $1 per mile, I'll get an extra $4, which will make... No, I stuck to my guns. Unfortunately, it did not pan out for us. We are back to DoorDash for our next $1 per mile offer, and it is like $4.55 for like a mile, so from 3 margaritas. This is nothing to write home about. Today started off better than yesterday, but now we're kind of experiencing the same kind of sluggishness that we experienced yesterday. Hopefully it'll pick up. If not, we're gonna wrap it up. So let's go pick up this 3 margaritas and see what the rest of the shift has in store for us. This may possibly be the last order of the shift. It is a double stack from White Castle and Steak and Shake, and the reason being is that, we're waiting 20-25 minutes in between orders to even get $1 a mile. This is $1 a mile, but it's 2 pickups, 2 drop-offs. Is not great. It's going to take a while. And also on the way down here, because we got to go all the way down here. We're at White Castle right now. Then we got to pick up from Steak and Shake. So we're going all the way down, and then we're going all the way back up to do our second pickup and our 2 drop-offs. Well, on the way down, there was a car accident in the other way, the way we have to go. It looked pretty bad, so I do hope that everyone in that accident is okay and recovers fine. But that's going to put a real big dent in our time, because I'm going to have to decide if I want to, do a back route or what. And I'm going to have to explain to DoorDash, like, hey, this is why I was late if we end up being late. So it's just kind of a big headache. So if you see me again, then everything worked out fine. If not, then we'll be going over the numbers, because this order just took too long and I'm just over it today. So let's see what happens. Hey guys, want to meet your love of your life at White Castles? So obviously that double stack was not our last offer of the shift. However, this will be, because like I said, I do have plans at about 6 o'clock. So I'll be wrapping it up with this last offer here on Uber Eats, Dunkin' Donuts, 3 miles, $8.40. So let's go pick this up, drop it off, go over the numbers, and until we GrubHub, Uber, or Dash again, have a good one, guys.